Mummy is back where it belongs this morning, and aliens won't need to invade Earth if they can see our sports stars from space. Cody standing by with your news of the weird.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, an Indiana photographer is inviting strangers to get comfortable. It's part of a unique photography project to pair complete strangers in what could be considered close encounters. The photographer says she aims to capture the authentic euphoria between two people who may be attracted to one another, platonically or otherwise. She's not aiming to be a matchmaker, but she does want sparks to fly, and when it's all said and done, the strangers get to keep their pictures for free.
That's different.
Interesting. Huh. Yeah. Tokyo's cat cafes are so last year. It's all about trash pandas now.
Trash pandas!
A raccoon cafe, what could possibly go wrong, has been opened up in the Ukraine, and customers are flocking to this unique business. The wait time can get up to 30 minutes for people to snuggle up to these furry little creatures.
I do like raccoons.
Raccoon Cafe's owner says he bought the raccoons when they were babies at an eco farm. He says he studied the animals and talked with veterinarians before bringing the raccoons to his cafe. Visitors say not everybody has access to raccoons at home, so it's nice to pet one at a cafe.
This just tickles me.
Not everybody has that raccoon access. No, you got to pay extra for that.
Trash pandas.
You look on Zillow, it really adds some value to your house if you have a raccoon access. A mummy of a girl who lived during the final years of the Inca Empire has been returned to Bolivia after spending 129 years in the United States. It's believed the girl was about 8 years old when she was buried. According to authorities, the mummy and artifacts found with it were taken out of the country in 1890 by the son of a U.S. diplomat. It's not clear exactly what happened to the mummy after that, but at some point she was donated to Michigan State University. She resided there until 2 weeks ago when she finally returned home after an agreement was reached with the U.S. government. Carbon dating revealed that she lived in the later half of the 15th century, and that would put her burial at a time predating the arrival of Christopher Columbus and the conquest of the Inca by the Spanish. Look at that. Get her back home. Look carefully into the sky in this video. Red, blue, green flashes. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, it lit up West Lafayette overnight and had many people wondering what was going on. The lights could be seen for miles around the county. One viewer even called their local newsroom asking if aliens had invaded town. But not to worry. Crews were just testing the Ross-Ade Stadium's new ribbon video board. The ribbon board will be ready for the 2019 Purdue football season. The 10-foot high and 375-foot wide board is being added to the north end of the stadium.
Swanky.
When Auburn got a new video board, it was so big, they actually took a picture from space.
Wow.
From the International Space Station. They could see it.
It's a big board.
It was huge. A New Hampshire community waited 50 years to open an old time capsule. And what they found definitely surprised them. They found nothing, people. Nothing. Negative space.
Well, what an empty time capsule is
When the Derry Library director started 5 years ago, the town's time capsule, it was sealed in 1969, sat safely on this shelf. And the 50th anniversary, the director opened it with the help of the town staff. The combination for the safe was conveniently posted on the back of the capsule, but to everyone's surprise, it is empty. Historians and town officials were notified. Turns out no one holds a list of what was actually put inside of it. Officials say they have no idea who could have opened it and taken the items.
Weird.
Or
Weird.
maybe, all the stuff's just invisible. You ever think about that?
Oh. Could be. You're right.
All right, there you go. That's your news. Back to you.
Weird.